G'day, Andy from singlemalt.com.au. What a treat we have today. I've been looking forward to this one. This is a whisky that's come back, going right back, 1811. A bloke by the name of John Cummings had a little still hidden up in the hills, the Mammoth Hills, above the River Spey. And he managed to keep that a secret until 1824, where he put in a license for the Cardhu distillery. His wife, Helen, ran it, Black Rock in Gaelic, selling the local wares to passers-by and farmers around the area. And it stayed in the Cummings family until it was operated by another canny lassie, and Elizabeth Cummings, who sold the old stills to a chap by the name of William Grant, you may have heard of. He went on to make that whisky called, yeah, that's right, Glenfiddich. And with the money, Elizabeth put in brand new stills, lots and lots of 3 sets of big brand new stills, and supplied this really good, consistent quality spirit down to Johnny Walker. And they thought this was fantastic. They had this, Johnny Walker had this massive explosion in growth because phylloxera had knocked out all the brandy in the world, so people wanted to drink blended whiskies. Johnny Walker needed continuity of supply so they could keep the momentum going, so they said to the Cummings family, we think we'll take that little distillery off your hands for you. And in 1893 they did, and Johnny Walker haven't looked back. Cardhu remains the backbone of Johnny Walker, and as the colours get better, so does the amount of Cardhu in the still. So, in the blend, I should say. So, Johnny Walker Red has a significant amount of Cardhu, but as you move into black and higher, the amount of Cardhu increases substantially as well. Now, obviously, there's been some massive growth for Johnny Walker in the last 200 years, but more specifically in the last 10 years or so. There's been a bunch of Spaniards who really took to the brand. Cardhu was a phenomenon in Spain. A bit like Jim Beam, I guess, in Australia, where it's, I was going to say the Bogan's Choice. That's probably being unfair to Spaniards. But a very popular drink, and because of its popularity, there wasn't enough supply combined with the requirement for Johnny Walker. So what happened? Marketing guru said, I know what we'll do. We've got Cardhu single malt whiskey, i.e. it comes from Cardhu distillery. We can't make enough Cardhu. We've got this other crap whiskey from all these other distilleries. Let's throw it all in together. Call it Cardhu brand. Blended malt, or vatted, I think they actually called it. Vatted malt. Pure malt. Pure malt. Pure malt. And we'll sell it to the Spaniards. They won't know the difference. We'll make them right, so we'll get rid of all the other crappy whiskies we can't sell. Happy days. Guess what happened? People aren't as stupid as you think they are. So the going from 8 years ago where they didn't have enough Cardhu and they actually had to pull it out of a lot of markets and replace it with this vatted malt, Cardhu sales have just gone. So they managed to catch back up to supply. They've re-released it. In 2006 they released the single malt again, but we can now get it in Australia. And I'm going to taste it. I've never tried this whiskey. I'm so excited. It's got such a big background. It's the essence of Johnny Walker. Look at him. Now, make sure you say Speyside Scotch whiskey. Does it say single malt? It has to say single malt. Yeah, there it is. Don't get one if it says pure malt. because that's cheating. Here's the real deal. Let's have a look at it. Really nice, actually. It's got a wooden top on the cork. It's a really compact little bottle. Probably the first whiskey that's been, well, certainly for single malt, packaged in a decanter style bottle. Oh, look at that! Big chunky cork. Oh, compound cork, not all natural. They use these in French wines. They're really, really good. You get no taint out of them. Yum. Oh, delight to pour out of. That bottle, isn't it gorgeous? Let's have a wee looky at the whiskey. Floral. It's a really light colour. So predominantly American oak. Virtually all American oak, I'd say. Quite floral, as I said. Jasmine and spring. Yeah, really nice rose petals, pears, marshmallows. Yeah. And maybe just underneath that there's a level of fresh leather. Fresh leather. A little bizarre, huh? But yeah, pleasant. Pleasant. I love the smell of leather. Yeah, very nice. Let's have a taste. Big punch of vanilla pod, probably from the American oak. Really clean. Beautiful, pure whiskey. Look, it's not sweet. People sometimes think Speysides are really sweet. This is not a sweet whiskey. It has got good fruit, almond. I get almond, so I get sort of nuts and really rich flavours, but not sweetness per se. It's got a really good dryness through it, and a really good finish. Smokiness, no peat. Maybe a little bit of bacony. Nothing to speak of. More of a smoke than a peat. Lovely, actually. Really good summer whiskey. Oh, I could wax lyrical. Or I could have another drammy. This is a beauty. Have a look. Singlemalt.com.au. You can't get it everywhere. Jump on board. It is in limited supply in Australia at the moment, but we have got a pretty good parcel. I'm going to see if I can grab a whole lot more, because I think this one's going to go pretty quick. It's our whiskey of the month for February too. So join me for a drammy of Cardhu. Cheers.